Greetings, Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another brand new album review. Fridays is always brand new album review. If an album comes out on one Friday, the next Friday I do the review. It gives me a week to give it a good listen. This is one of the shows that takes up until the last minute to actually get together because I listen to this every day. And today we're going to look at the brand new album from Black Star Riders. Black Star Riders are a hard rock band that were formed in 2012. They began with when members of the most recent Lizzie tour decided to record new material. So they decided to change the name. We've got a different lineup now. I mean, the drummer and founding member Jimmy DeGrasso has left. He left in 2017 and was replaced by Chad Ciesla. Another founding member left in 2018, Damon Johnson. He left in 2018 and was replaced by Christian Marcisi. And then Scott Gorham left the band, and Singsler left the band as well. So he joined in 2017 and left in 2021. Zach St. John replaced Marcini, but they haven't replaced Scott Gorham. Marcini left in 2022, bit of a spinal tap here, and was replaced by Wayward Sons guitarist Sam One. Yeah, they've had a few changes since their last album. The only one left is Ricky Warwick. But the good news is, apparently, Scott Gorham is coming back to tour with them. I don't know what goes on in this band's brain. So the new album is called Wrong Side of Paradise. It was released a couple of weeks ago, I think 20th of January. And it's obviously the first album without Scott Gorham on it. And the band at the moment is Ricky Warwick on lead vocals and rhythm guitars, Christian Marcini on lead guitars. This is who recorded this album. Robbie Crane on bass and Zach St. John on drums. Yes, and soon after this, Christian Marcisi left. So, absolute bonkers. So, first track, title track, Wrong Side of Paradise. Strong song. Great riffs in this. Ricky Warwick still sounds great. Solid enough track. Then the second track, Hustle. Got a little bit of harmonica on this. It's a good bass line from this chap, Robbie Crane. Yeah. It's got the driving riffs. It is lacking something, which I'll talk about at the end, though. Then my favourite track on the album. This one's called Better Than Saturday Night. This actually sounds like good old-fashioned Black Star Riders. It's got that sort of sound to it. It's a terrific track. Great vocal from Ricky, as ever, and the guitar work is pretty good. Riding Out the Storm. It's good, but not outstanding. Highlights for me on this one is Ricky singing. Play Dirt. Now, this is very the almighty Ricky's previous band. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great track. But it's lacking something. They've totally changed the sound of this band, and it's taken a little while to adjust to it. Catch Yourself On. Good track. drums are pretty good on here. They've got that real Celtic feel to it. Pretty good. And then we get the blip on the album, a cover version of the Osmonds' Crazy Horses. I've heard so many people try and cover this song, and they just can't. There's only one version of this, and that's the original. They just cannot get the same atmosphere, and it was a pretty poor choice of a cover. I can be some small mercies they didn't do a Thin Lizzy cover without Scott Gorham, so there are small mercies. Burning Road. It's alright, it's pleasant enough. It's just a good rock track, nothing outstanding. Don't Let the World, solid track, some nice guitar work on this. I do like this track, really good. Green and Troubled Land, bit political, like a lot of these songs are. It's a bit of a political album when you read the lyrics. I don't like mixing politics with music. Then we got The Life Will Be the Death of Me. Love the bass line here from Robbie Crane. Really strong one. Drives the song along. And it's a very solid track and some great singing from Ricky Warwick. Okay. I've now listened to this for a week. I like it a little bit better than I did when I first listened to it. It is a really good album, and I enjoy listening to it because I like the band, I like Ricky Warwick. But call me a cynic, call me not moving with the times, but it lacks something, and it's called Scott Gorham. It just sounded a little bit hollow in places. I mean, the rest of the albums have got that Thin Lizzy-esque to it, that unique guitar solo of Scott. And without Scott, it sounds more like the Almighty again. And there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But the sound has definitely changed in this band. The amazing guitar of Scott Gorham, it is so much an influence on those tracks. Ricky sounds brilliant, don't get me wrong, he sounds as good singer as ever. But at this moment in time, if I was to do a re-ranking of Black Star Riders, I think this would be the bottom one. And I must admit, I am a little bit disappointed that they've changed the sound. And that's probably because I am a huge Thin Lizzy fan. Sorry. It'd just be interesting where this ends up in the end of the year review, to be quite honest. You know, hopefully by the when it comes round to reviewing the end of year review, I might have different feelings. At the moment, I'm still not quite sure. As a rock album, it's great. As a Black Star Riders album, I'm a little bit on the fence. So when I listened to this the other day, I put one of the classics on, and yeah, the influence Scott Gorham. It's just terrific guitarist. Okay, taking away my thing for Thin Lizzy, I've got to look at this as a rock album, and yeah, it is a good album as a rock album, and I enjoy listening to it in a retrospect, but it's not Black Star Riders for me. So I'm going to give it, for what it is, an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, that's all for today. But we're back tomorrow. Well, I'm back with Richard McCook. We've got one of our specials, and that is going to be carrying on with our theme of #1 albums of the decades. We're going to tackle the 90s tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And then one for your date, for your diary, and that's Saturday the 18th of February. There will be a Mike Oldfield special featuring myself, Richard McCook and Joe Jamfrey from Joe's Vinyl Universe. We'll be looking at Mike Oldfield through the decades, picking up favourite albums through the decades. So looking forward to that. So have a great day, everybody, and don't forget to check out the 1990s #1s albums tomorrow. Bye for now.